What's up, guys? Aaron PTV here, back at you with another. Okay, more excitement. What's up, guys? Aaron PTV here, back at you with another video. And in my last MOS video, I asked you guys what you guys wanted to see next, and one of you guys or some of you guys said 91 Bravo. So I got my boy here, Dancing Dragons. He has a YouTube channel as well. I'll put it up somewhere over here. But we're gonna do his MOS 91 Bravo.
New Bedford, Massachusetts. It's a small town, but I moved around a lot, but that's where I primarily live. I am 20 years old. Joined the Army just because I didn't know what to do after high school, and I was really good with mechanics, so I figured I could make a career in the Army out of doing that. I'm a private first class to E3. Ever since I was a kid, I was into cars and always was working on cars. I was building cars on my YouTube channel, and I thought it was a really good idea, with all the benefits and whatnot. You won't get that at a normal shop, so the Army was the best option for me. So be optimistic, learn to look for problems and fix problems, and that's just being a mechanic in general. Have hand tool experience, and they'll teach you that once you go to AIT, but just having that going forward would be a good idea. And you don't really have to be a good leader, but it helps, because if you can't take charge on a project, then no one will, and you should have initiative to fix things that others won't. And the more you fix, the more you'll learn. I've been in the Army for a year and a half, just about. AIT is in Fort Lee, Virginia, and I believe it was 16 weeks, but I had my 2-week block leave in the middle of that. AIT was the best experience in my whole life. It beats out my 4 years of high school, and it was a lot of fun. The people that were there with me really made it for me. It was awesome. I was in Charlie for AIT, and some people don't like that company and they'll talk smack about it, but that's just where it is. It's so like homey, like you feel like a family there, and everyone's helping each other, and I did well there. So every week we had a different test, and the first week was the most basic week, and it kept going on to go harder as the weeks went on. So the first week would be like general maintenance, learning hand tools, learning about different engine parts, or mostly just hand tools. And you start going to components as later weeks. And every week is a section. So like one section's like brake systems, where you learn about like brake calipers and rotors and whatnot. Another section would be the suspension and how the suspension works, different types of suspension. And another section was like the crow system, which I believe they added recently, and those are the weapons on top of the Humvees and JMTVs. So if you fail a test in AIT as a 91 Bravo, you will get another shot to pass that test. And most times you will pass the second time, but even if you fail, they could help you out and give you a third time. But in my experience, I have not seen someone fail a test in the AIT. Everyone passed that I went to AIT with, and the classes around me, everyone else passed. So every section has a paper test and a hands-on test.
Okay.
So for example, brakes, you had to take a caliper off and replace pads and a caliper and put everything back on. And you also had to take a written test on how the brake system worked and whatnot. And it's like that with every section. Vehicles we worked on were Humvees, LMTVs, Hemmets, everything. And that's just like the main three. I would watch a lot of YouTube. The best way to gain experience is by learning things and just going out, taking your time, going YouTube, like you guys are right now watching this video, you're learning things. If you want to become a better mechanic and you can't have experience with your own vehicle or hands-on, the best way to do that is to watch someone else do it and just gain what they are learning and they're showing you and bring that to your own experience. As 91 Bravo, we do PT every day, or Monday through Friday, and it's pretty hard PT. You know, a lot of our MOS is hands-on, so they want to keep you fit. And then, so we do PT from 6:30 to 9:30, or 6:30 to 8, and then we have an hour and a half off, and we have to be at work at 9:30, work till noon, which your team leader will assign you a job or a couple of jobs depending on the day, and you have lunch at 12 and then for an hour, so you get up back at 13, and after that you'll just finish your job or whatever you're doing. There's a lot of paperwork also, so if it's a Motorpool Monday, you do 5988s, you have to order parts or troubleshoot problems, and that can go on through the entire week.
What is a 5988?
It's a
PMCS, right?
Yeah, PMCS. So on Motorpool Monday, they'll look over your vehicle and then you'll see what deficiencies you have with the vehicle or what's broken on it, and you give that to a mechanic, and the mechanic has to sign off on it and read, or they'll troubleshoot whatever issue it is, or they'll order parts for the vehicle.
So since you're the mechanic, you're basically saying, so like, say you're in Bravo company, Alpha company has their own set of vehicles, and then on Motorpool Monday they check their company, or they check their vehicles, and then they find deficiencies, and then they would bring all those deficiencies to you.
Yes.
And then so that's Motorpool Monday, and then you know after that keep going, like after 1300, what else do you guys do?
So it's just regular work. So whatever jobs you didn't finish in the morning, you continue on, but if you finish, you go to your section leader and they'll give you another job. There's always work to do, and if you're not doing anything, you're wrong. 91 Bravo is very long days, hard work. You know, these days we stay there till 2200 working, and there's, like recently it's slowed down just because block leave, but yeah, like when there's field problems, there's a field coming up, they want as many trucks up as possible. So if there's parts here that we can put on, you're staying late to do that.
Okay, so what's like the most common thing that you guys are doing? Like, is it like oil changes, brake changes, or like what's the like most common thing?
So for every motor pool, it'd be different. Specifically us, it's usually, it'll go out in time. So right now, it's like fuel pumps will go out. You know, a lot of things with like transmissions, like people just don't know how to drive, so they'll just blow up transmissions. We had one company blow up more transmissions in a year than they had trucks, and you know, over time, keep doing it, you'll get really good at it and fast. You know, like we can drop a transmission in a day before lunch, seal it up, and then have it in before lunch the next day because it takes 24 hours to seal. And that's just with experience. There's a lot of good mechanics in our unit, and generators and batteries. A lot of people just burn the batteries out, and starters. So when you go in the field as a 91 Bravo, it's very dependent upon the operators of those vehicles. So you'll set up camp and you'll set up a tent, a large tent, where you will be able to work on vehicles. And you only are working if the vehicles break. So if you do a good job before the field, you know, you can have a pretty lax time in the field and hopefully nothing will break or anything big will break. But if anything, like a transmission blows out or something that's you're not be able to fix in the field, it'll get towed back to the rear. And there's a set of mechanics there to fix the bigger issues, or they'll send mechanics out to fix it.
Okay, and that's pretty much it. You guys are just basically, you know, in case something breaks or goes out, you guys are there to fix it. You guys aren't really like, you know, putting sand in sandbags or any of that stuff. You guys are just strictly, if a Humvee breaks down, you guys are there to fix it.
Yep. So the only school you really have is 91 Bravo is Hotel 8, and that is a recovery vehicle school, and you learn how to recover vehicles that are stuck. So if you drive a Humvee into a pond, there's only one vehicle that can get it out, and the Hotel 8 crew is the people that'll get it out. And you know, in the field, it's like 20. You have to sleep at night, so you won't be pulling fire guard or anything. So that's a plus of being Hotel 8. So up to 4, it is very easy, but I believe E5 right now it's a lot of points. But from E5 to E6, it is very easy right now. I think it's like 23 points. It's super low.
So it's really depending on like circumstantial reasons. So like, if anything, you know, at the time of this video, it could be drastically different from whenever you're watching it right now. So, okay.
I see a lot of people do mechanics for 20 years. So even outside the Army, I have mentors that have taught me a lot about cars, and they're 35 years in, and a lot of the mechanics here in the Army, you know, E7s, motor sergeants, chiefs, they're easily 16 years in, 17 years in, and they don't have a lot of demand on their body. The more demanding on the body would be like PT and whatnot. So it was just like any other MOS, but it's just more physical demanding than like a desk job. So in the civilian side, there's a lot to do, and even just being a civilian contractor, you work on the same stuff that you did in the Army. You're just not in the Army making a paycheck. Also, any knowledge on mechanics, you can get a job, just anything with nuts and bolts coming out as a 91 Bravo. It's just such a wide variety of learning different things in like trucks. It's like a Humvee is the most common vehicle you will work on, and that relates very well to regular motor vehicles out in the civilian side. So just working at a dealership and doing that, it's very easy to do, and I think that where it corresponds like very well. But even like diesel stuff, if you want to work on bigger stuff and you're really enjoying that, there's a lot of money in the diesel side, and you learn all that as a 91 Bravo because there's no gasoline vehicles. I do enjoy being 91 Bravo, you know, coming from a very experienced mechanic background. You know, I have 4 years in the technical school, and prior to that I was even working on vehicles, and I graduated high in my class as an automotive technician. And just coming here, you know, seeing people above me wanting to learn, you know, just they reach out to me, and it's good. It's a good feeling to know as much as you do and being able to teach others, and I enjoy it. I enjoy being a mechanic. You know, I don't see where I would be in life without being a mechanic, and that goes even civilian side and Army. Like, no idea what I would do without being a mechanic. So I had to do the same thing as everyone else. You know, I have a great deal of mechanical experience, and it's just, unless you can put it down on paper, it won't mean anything. So you need your ASC certifications. If you can get all your ASC certifications, you can come in pretty high in the automotive world. You know, I've seen people coming in as E5s with ASC certifications. Like, it just goes based on whatever you can get on paper. You know, me, with my experience, I could be higher up. Right now I'm a private first class, but I see myself becoming an E5 soon. I would recommend being a 91 Bravo. It is very easy. You know, everything's nuts and bolts, and you know, you just have the tools to change them. And if you don't know what to go with, there's computers telling you what to do and how to diagnose different problems, and you learn a lot as you go. There's people that are E6s and above that came in with no mechanical experience and now are teaching people just based upon what they learned over the years, and just using that computer, telling them what to do and changing parts. So after the Army, I planned on doing something with social media and being able to making money off of going to car events and building cars and with sponsorships. But building up to that, I started the YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow on Instagram, and right when I'm out of here, I'm gonna be hitting every spot on the East Coast. You know, we're selling merchandise, we're moving t-shirts, sweatshirts, stickers, and, you know, trying to help out you guys and create a little community where people can feel like, hey, I belong here. You know, come check out my channel. I make daily videos about being 91 Bravo. I personally respond to every message that is sent to me on my YouTube channel. And
Instagram?
I do have Instagram. It's Dancing Dragons Co. So it's just Dancing Dragons with CO at the end.
What about TikTok?
TikTok, Dancing Dragons Drift on TikTok. I'm getting into that.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, Dancing Dragons, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's pretty much it. If you guys have any MOSs you guys want me to do, put it down in the comments below. But make sure you guys like the video and comment below. And if you're new, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. And peace. And that's pretty much it. Oh, shit. There you go. Alright, that's pretty much it, bro. Appreciate you.
Yep.